Hi boys and girls, I'm at Tuscany Hills. I'm here for our pickup day and I decided I'm going to record the lesson for our next letter. So I'll let you guys look at it. Can you see what that is? It says we're going to learn all about W. So let me go ahead and stand up and get over here. Lots of light coming through that window, which puts that big glare on there, but that's okay, we'll deal with that. All right, so maybe if we turn, oh, that's so much better, isn't it? Let's turn it this way, then we don't have we have a big skylight in here and it puts a lot of light. I have the lights off, but it still looks like there's a lot of light in here. Okay, so we're working on W. W, I'm so happy we get to work on W. We've had a few kids that were missing that one. There's a big W and a little w, and they look alike, don't they? The only difference is capital W starts at the top and lowercase w starts in the middle. Let me go ahead and make it. Now I always say instead of W, they should call this letter double V, because look, I start out with a V, okay, slant down, slant up, and then I do it again, slant down, slant up. So wouldn't that make more sense for them to call that letter double V? But it's not, it's called double U. So that's why I think kids get confused, because you hear the letter U in there. Okay, and then lowercase, we're gonna make it the same way, but we start in the middle, slant down and up, we make our V, and then we slant down and up again. And the sound of W is W, W. So let's talk about the sound. I'm gonna back up just a little bit and show you the cards they're gonna give us. They give us, the first card is a wagon, a little red wagon, and wagon starts with a W, W, wagon, just like Willy Weasel. The next one, ooh, this is delicious, watermelon. If I cover up the melon, that's water. Water. If I cover up the water, that's melon. That's called a compound word. Two words put together to make one. Watermelon, red and juicy with the black seeds. Water, melon. And this one is window. This one's really gonna make me hungry, even more so than the watermelon. This is a waffle. Oh, I do like waffles, but look at that one. Strawberries and whipped cream. That looks like dessert to me. Here's how you spell waffle. Waffle. So those are our 4 words that start with W. And then let's take a look at our little poem here. We've got a weasel. This cute little animal is a weasel. And this is a warthog. You may think you may think, I don't know what a warthog is, but if you've ever seen The Lion King, remember Timon and Pumbaa and Timon? Yeah, that one. I can't remember which one is which. Timon and Pumbaa. I think Pumbaa's the warthog. Am I right? I think so. I haven't seen it in a long time. This is how it goes. A weasel and a warthog. This is the weasel. This is a warthog. Waited in their tent. I wonder what they're waiting for. The weather was too wet. The weather was so wet they couldn't go out, so they're waiting in their tent. Let's read it again. A weasel and a warthog. Weasel starts with a W, and so does warthog. They waited in their tent. There's only one W there. Then we've got The weather starts with a W, was, ooh, that's a good sight word, too wet. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 W's in that poem. Okay, then I'm going to come over here and sit down. We're going to read our W Alphachant. What do you see on the front there? You see a wagon, and the wagon has a big W and a little w inside the wagon. Okay, here, I'll put the camera here, and then I'll hold the book like this. W. Big W and little w look alike. Big W is just taller, right? Okay, here we go. First, they're going to give us 4 words that start with a W. The first one is wagon. Wagon. I bet you could sound that out. This one is wood. Looks like wood for a fire. This one is wings. The wings on an airplane, or could be wings on a bird or a butterfly, right? This one is window. So the 4 words again, we're going to be looking for window, wood, wings, and window. Ooh, I think I said that wrong. Wagon. Okay, that's okay. Caught myself. Okay, here we go. Let's chant. It says, we made a wacky wagon. We made a wacky wagon. Oh, look, all that wood that you saw on the cover, they're building up the sides and making kind of a little fort in their wagon. We made a wacky wagon. Wacky means kind of silly or unusual or different. We made it out of wood. We made it out of wood. We made a wacky wagon. We made it out of wood. With a window. Boys and girls, this is going to be our new sight word this week. We actually have two, but this is one of them. With a window and two wings. Oh, that's so funny. They put a window in here and then they put wings on the side. It's going to kind of look like an airplane, isn't it? Our wagon looks so good. Our wagon looks so good. Good is also a sight word that's coming up. And so WW says wow. That's a great W word. Wow. Look at that cool wagon. And look, somebody can sit in it and then they can push it or pull it. Wah, wah. Good. And let's go ahead and read it without the pictures. We made a wacky wagon. We made it out of wood. With a window and two wings, our wagon looks so good. And boys and girls, this is just the sight word look with an S on it. You don't want to say our wagon looks so good. Our wagon looks so good. Okay, good job. I like that, Alphachant. So I'm going to bring the camera over here to the table with me, and we're going to do 2 pages in our workbook, in our Nat Geo workbook. We're going to do the W page. You guys know that, right? The little Alphachant, and there's a phonics page. Let me put the camera down so you guys can see the table a little bit better. Okay, here we are. The first page is the W page. You see the scissors here? You see the scissors, and the directions actually do say to have name the letter and the pictures, have children cut out the cards, and then work with partners to sort them. But since we don't have partners, we do it the other way. We just use it for like a little, we circle all the things that start with W. If you guys were in the classroom working with a partner, we'd let you cut these out and you would sort them. You'd put all the words that start with W in one pile and the ones that don't in another. If you would rather do it that way and work with a partner, meaning maybe one of your parents or brother or sister, that's fine. I don't care, as long as you do the page. Let's find the things that start with W. Big W, little w. The first one is a window. Wah, we know that starts with a W because it was in our Alphachant. Oh, look at this one. It's a wall. It's a brick wall. It reminds me of the wall that Humpty Dumpty fell off of. You remember that? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. So listen again. Wah. Okay, now this one here, at first I thought, oh, there's a bird with wings, but look down here. Here's the arrow pointing to the wings. So this one's just bird. The first one's just bird. I'm going to exit out because that starts with a B. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to put a B up here in the corner, and I'm going to put W in the corner for the other words. Oh, you guys know what that is? It looks like hair without a head. That's because it's a wig. Wig starts with a W, doesn't it? Big W, little W. And this one is a hose. I know that doesn't start with a W, because if it did, it would be a woes, not a hose. It starts with a H. This one starts with W. That's where the arrow's pointing to the wings. So I'm going to circle that. And this is wood. Okay, it's a piece of wood. Wah. Looks like you can make that, use that wood to make something, maybe a wacky wagon. And then here's the arrow pointing to the elbow. So we had that a few weeks ago, didn't we? That's an E. Elbow starts with E. Okay, I'm done with my phonics page. Now this page is our Alphachant. So Natalie, you're new, so I think you have made one of these, right? You tear the book out and you cut it right in the middle. There's a little dotted line. There's even a little pair of scissors. Whenever you see that on these pages, it means cut. And it's super easy to put together, okay? You put the top one over the bottom and you fold it in the middle, and then you can let mommy staple it for you. So I've got a nice big long stapler so I can open my book up and put the staples right in the middle. 1, 2. Okay, super easy. I love these books. They make it really, really easy to put them together. And then we go through and we look for everything that starts with W in our Alphachant. The first one was wagon. You can either underline it or circle it. That's called highlight, or trace it. Okay, that's called highlighting. I'm using a highlighter. If you don't have a highlighter, you can use a crayon or a marker. The only problem with markers, it'll bleed through. It'll run through the other page. Here's wings, wings on the airplane, and here's a window. So I've got all 4 words that start with W, and then in the chant, you have to read it. We made a wacky wagon. We is one of our sight words. We starts with W, wacky, and wagon. We made it out of wood. So we, wacky, wagon, we, not made. Sorry, that was my mistake. That was a mistake. That's okay. We and wood. And the next page says, with a window. With a window. With is going to be our new sight word this week. Window starts with a W and 2 wings. Now, the word wings starts with a W, but there's also a W in the word two. T-W-O, that's the number 2. Our wagon looks so good. On the last page, there's only one thing that starts with the W. That's wagon. Oh, and wow. Let's get the one up here. W-O-W. Wow. Okay. All right. Good job, you guys. That was 11 minutes. Okay, you guys, now you have time to go do your assignments. Bye-bye.